What's up, everybody? Welcome back to Macho Movie Madness. Yeah. I'm your host, Brandon. Alongside me always is Chris.
Hello.
And Andrew.
And I'd like to apologize for not being here last week. I was too busy doing the Ninja Turtles dance. And while I wasn't shredding things, rest assured by the end of the night, I was being called master.
Well, I mean, don't ever do that again. Don't ever leave us again either.
Yeah.
Like, how much of an unstructured mess that was.
Yeah,
actually, it's always an unstructured mess.
Yeah, but it was even worse with Mike.
Yeah, it's even worse with Mike. Because Mike just lets us get away with whatever we want.
Well, if I keep making jokes like that, I might not. I might disappear.
you might actually disappear. Oh, right.
Oh, right.
Yeah, I assure you by the end of the night. Yeah, we were back again for another movie madness discussion. And this week, we're going to be talking about some of our most favorite adventure films, the Indiana Jones. Yeah. Well, we should have just had him just sing the whole tune.
Well, they're not even. I mean,
hum the whole tune.
I don't think you could even just say some of our favorites. I mean, you have to say
probably
the best. Everyone in the world's favorite adventure film.
The pinnacle, the definition of
what could beat it?
Nothing.
And you look early to mid '80s. All the bad canon films that came out that tried to emulate this.
I mean, I did enjoy I mean, you could say like Romancing the Stone was a really good one.
Well, that was a good one.
It was some other really good action sci-fi adventure movies. Like there's some good other adventure movies, but not like Indiana Jones. Nothing is like, I mean, I won't say story driven, but like all the above. Like it's just so sound. And all, like, I don't know, what's the word I'm looking for? I don't know, best all around.
Technically
solid. Like, it's just best all around kind of film. You know, like, all of them, pretty much. Like, they all have elements of everything you want. Action, comedy, suspense, horror, you know. I mean,
most definitely, especially when you're younger.
When you're younger, yeah. Oh, yeah. There's a couple in there, a couple scenes, especially in 2, that kids shouldn't be watching now, right?
So thanks to Mr. Spielberg, we now have a PG-13 rating.
Right, exactly. The number 2, Temple of Doom, is one of the main reasons why we have a PG-13 rating, because you can't get away with some of that shit in a PG movie.
Yeah.
Not now. Like, well, you got to look at what PG movies are now. Like, they're all like Minions and Despicable Me. And,
well, it really surprises me whenever I see PG in front of some of these movies, because I'm like, what the hell made it not G? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, there was nothing in there.
Yeah, exactly. I don't know what. I think it's just so they can get away with that something extra, and then
I guess
the PG lets families enjoy it more than like, oh well, it's just a G movie.
Well, I would say there's probably families out there that don't even bother looking for G movies. They probably look just for PG when they go to a store.
Yeah, something they can, because, well, I mean, in those PG movies, there's some humor that adults get that I don't know.
Penis references.
Really subtle penis references.
Everybody needs a good penis joke.
That's right.
Well, yeah.
Oh, they're my favorite.
Yeah. And caca jokes.
Caca jokes.
Yeah. Some poo-poo.
Poo-poo, pee-pee.
Poo-poo jokes. Get some R. Kelly in there. Some pee in there.
How you going to make a video about peeing on somebody?
How you going to make a video about peeing on somebody?
Anyway. No, seriously though. Some of the best adventure movies, and probably the best. I'd say like the first one for me is the best adventure movie of all time.
Not gonna argue.
Yeah, I can't argue that.
I don't know how it's not. I don't know anybody that could throw anything else at me.
I don't either.
Even in the later series, like there's like we'll talk about later, like the later movies, and how I actually like another one more. But I actually think that adventure wise, I think the first one is it. I really do.
Yeah, I can't argue that.
It's just too fucking good.
Yeah, it was too original, too solid.
Yeah.
There wasn't any mess ups in it. I mean, it was just.
It
is. It's
well,
the best.
and there's
it's
like
the best adventure movie.
well, and I think a lot of it. I think it would have got a little pretentious if they would have been able to do what they probably wanted to do. It probably would have turned out far more pretentious.
Yeah,
and I think because they actually had to limit what they did with what they had. Like they couldn't. They only shot like 4 takes, and they kept it really. They were really factoring a lot of stuff to kind of save the budget. It was it was an $18 million budget.
Yeah.
And like Spielberg and them had that, and no one wanted to pick up the movie. Like they had a hard time getting off the ground at first because no one wanted it because it had a $20 million budget.
Yeah.
I don't know. So I guess that's why it was so hard, because it's high for them, but they were trying the best they could to make the best of it, so they wouldn't shoot as much. And they did.
There was a lot of stuff in the script that they wanted to shoot but couldn't due to budgetary reasons, and a lot of those scenes made it into the second movie.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah.
Well, and I think you can't. I don't think you can say anything about Indiana Jones. Like, speaking of it in a critic based way, I don't think you could say anything without bringing up how freaking awesome Harrison Ford is.
Oh yeah, he was like, Harrison Ford was put on this earth to play that role.
Exactly. Thank you.
I
was gonna say the exact
I don't know
same thing.
what
you could say the same for Han Solo and stuff like that, but it's not the same. It isn't.
Okay, everyone loves Han Solo. I love Han Solo, and I think he was awesome as Han Solo. Like, and what they did, and I think comparison, like, you can like look at Harrison Ford in The Force Awakens.
Yeah,
old Han Solo. When you look at Force Awakens, to me personally, I think that's kind of like what Han Solo would be like as an older man.
Yeah.
When you look at Kingdom of Crystal Skull, it's almost sad. Like, it's not Indiana Jones. It was just Harrison Ford being old in an Indiana Jones costume. So that was, and we can talk about that again later too. But that was my bugaboo with it. Have you
guys seen the screen test for who they originally were going to cast?
No.
With Tom Selleck, and they had him screen test with Sean Young of Blade Runner and Ace Ventura fame, Ray Finkel.
Yeah,
yeah, Sean Young, man.
But before anybody discredits, Tom Selleck actually was pretty good.
Yeah.
Tom
Selleck is kind of hard to beat.
Yeah,
really, he's a fantastic actor.
And if I think does NBC own Paramount? Is that?
I think they used to. I don't know if they still do.
Anyway, they preempted him for Magnum PI. Is the only reason we didn't have Tom Selleck.
Okay, that makes sense. Yeah. That would have been awesome.
I'm glad though, because I like.
Well,
Magnum
looking
PI.
back now, there's nothing. It's just all what ifs. But
yeah.
I think Harrison Ford was put on this earth to do that.
I agree.
Like, even more so than Han Solo.
Yeah,
because he wasn't in Han Solo. Han Solo's character, it was basically Harrison Ford about that character to me.
Yeah.
Like, I don't want to be here.
Yeah.
Like, that was kind of, and I love Harrison Ford and I love the character, but you know what I mean? Like, this here, he just did so much better with.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I agree.
I mean,
every one of these movies, even Kingdom of the Crystal Skull, he was still Indiana Jones. Like, when Harrison Ford dies, which hopefully is not anytime soon.
Hopefully not. I mean, he's like 75.
Yeah, he is getting old. But when he dies, I hope to God they don't try to put somebody else in his shoes. I hope to God it don't happen. Well, Star Wars did it right by killing him off.
They were talking Chris Pratt for a while.
Oh my God, yeah, that they need to slow their roll with Pratt.
Yeah,
Pratt is a really good actor, and they're going to run him into the ground.
I know, because I love Pratt. I don't want to not like Pratt.
Exactly.
My Indiana Jones face.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. And I think he'd be great at it. I don't think they need to do. No. I think they should do a original film unrelated to Indiana Jones, like Indiana Jones.
They could do
with Pratt or something.
I mean, the sky's the limit.
Yeah, you don't have to do the Indiana Jones thing.
They don't want to.
Just put it in the same. This is the same thing as Indiana Jones, but not Indiana Jones.
Yeah. Don't
compare it to that.
Well, I mean, you can look at Kingdom of the Crystal Skull and tell that they're already conforming to Hollywood norms.
Oh yeah,
like they're already losing their originality.
Oh yeah, for sure.
With the Indiana Jones franchise, and that's sad. That's sad because for the longest time, like, you had 3 movies ahead of it that were all really original movies, and now they give you this crap. They throw a bunch of CGI in there. Mm-hmm. They don't use near the practical effects.
I think a lot of what killed that. in the first movie, the characters are so well written.
Oh,
like
yeah.
everybody, even Marion Ravenwood, and even the smaller characters that don't.
all the
Sala.
scum. Who was the what was his name? He played Doc Ock. He was in that. He was Doc Octopus. Octopus. He was in there.
Oh, Alfred Molina.
Yes, thank you, Alfred Molina. He was awesome in that. Like all of them did a great job.
He's awesome in everything.
He is. He's really good.
He's
really good
an awesome background actor.
He is.
You know?
Yeah, I think he was awesome in this movie. I think all of them were, like you said, all these supporting actors, whether they were good or bad guys, or whatever. Like,
way more so than the rest. You can make an argument for Connery for sure, but
sure,
way more than the rest. I feel.
Yeah,
in this movie.
I agree.
Well, and I don't. I'm kind of biased towards to hating Crystal Skull because as soon as they announced it, I already didn't like it because they said, oh, Shia LaBeouf's going to be in it and he's probably going to be Indiana Jones's son. Get out of here. I don't want him. I don't want him anywhere near a movie.
Well, that's what's crazy is that was back when Shia LaBeouf was pretty big.
Yeah, yeah, and I don't know how it happened.
I don't either.
How do you make that happen?
How
do you make Shia LaBeouf famous? He's not good.
Well, Disturbia. I mean,
okay, so he had one good one.
Then Transformers.
Yeah, exactly. He had one good one,
and then that one. So
well, and then
he made geeks think they had a shot with Megan Fox.
Well, yeah, that's true.
I can relate to that.
Yeah. For some reason, they were trying to get down on him, and I just couldn't. I don't know. Luckily for us, it didn't happen.
Well, lucky for us, he went batshit crazy.
Yeah, lucky for us, he did it himself.
Divide us.
Yeah, he did it himself. Going back to the first one though, I think I know we talked about this earlier beforehand, but I think that you mentioned 3. The Last Crusade probably had some of the most memorable scenes.
Oh yeah,
but I think 1 had plenty of them.
Yeah, 1 had a lot of them.
I mean, obviously the big boulder scene that was huge. The snake pit.
Yeah.
Him shooting the guy in the crowd. That was fucking one of the best scenes in the movie to me. There's some. And the fucking Nazis' faces getting melted at the end. I mean, that's one of the most iconic deaths to bad guys in movies.
Yeah, it is.
I don't know. I don't know. That's just and that's another thing why this thing works so well because I love Nazi stories.
Yeah, I do too.
And him versus Nazis just fucking was awesome, especially when it comes to artifacts and all that. That just works so well together.
Well, 3 is my favorite.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Well,
and it had a healthy dose of Nazis.
I think 3 is my favorite too. I think 1's the best adventure film of all time.
Yeah.
But I think 3 is my favorite.
Yeah.
Just because of Connery and some of the extra stuff. Plus they had the Nazis back, man.
Yeah.
It's
hard to beat.
Now 2,
hard to beat.
Temple of Doom. This one here is I'm kind of on this, and I know a lot of people just like they're out of the original trilogy. A lot of people don't like this one the most.
Yeah.
This is the least favorite.
It's like a red-headed stepchild, if you will, or a black sheep.
Well, they're in North India instead of fighting Nazis. They're worried about a cult. Like they're fighting a cult to try and protect. He's trying to find an artifact, which is not anything new, so that's good. But he's also trying to save children from this cult.
And I think one thing that might kind of drag this down is they were after actual artifacts in 1 and 3.
Yeah,
and they made up some stones for
2.
This one. Yeah.
Well, this is actually a prequel. This was supposed to be before the events of Raiders of the Lost Ark.
1 year.
Yeah, 1 year beforehand.
I realize this isn't the best one. This is actually my favorite one though, and it may go back to the nostalgia thing. It was the first one I saw when I was a kid.
Oh yeah,
and
we all have those.
But I like, other than Kate Capshaw and Mrs. Steven Spielberg screaming the entire time.
Oh yes.
I enjoy just about everything about this movie.
Yeah.
From Short Round, to
Short Round,
to the.
Now is that Donger? Is that the same kid?
Are you talking about the kid from Goonies?
Is that the kid from Goonies?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's not Donger then, is it?
I don't know.
Wasn't he on 16 Candles or something like that?
Oh no, that's Long Duck Dong. Yeah, that's different guy.
Different guy. Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, so yeah, that's right. He would have been a little older then, wouldn't he? Have been?
Yeah.
I think he'd been a little bit older. This kid was a little bit younger.
The opening dance number, I like how they incorporated a fight scene into that. That was kind of neat, different.
Yeah.
The first time you watch it, you're like, "What the heck am I watching?"
Well, everything about 2 was different.
Yeah.
It was, even like three was more like 1.
Right.
Then
it's a little bit lighter. This one was very dark.
Yeah.
This was a lot darker, a lot gorier,
Yeah,
and this is what brought on
gorier.
that PG-13 rating eventually.
Yeah, they ripped the heart out of someone and it's beating
the
and
cult
catches on
leader.
fire.
Yeah. What else was there? There's a bunch of other stuff too that was.
Child labor and smacking around kids.
Yeah, child abuse, child slavery. That was
Yeah.
insane. There's some other scenes too, and that's been a little while since I've watched it, but there's other scenes in there that were pretty.
And, I mean, there's some pretty big
rough.
racial stereotypes.
Oh,
in
yeah.
this
Oh, yeah.
movie, too.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know if you get by with today.
Well,
I don't think you
they
probably
kind of do
could.
that in all of them, really.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I don't
You
think you
know?
could get away with it now.
I don't know. You might.
You think?
You might. If it's got Harrison Ford in it, you could probably get away with
Well,
it.
see, it just seems like now, like if you don't have some kind of political statement to make behind it, like if there's not a
Nobody-
reasoning behind
Nobody
it,
wants to invest.
no one will invest in it, or it'll just
Well,
be
that's
shown.
our fault. That a lot of that is our fault. We show them every day that we put a lot of stake in this.
Yeah.
Like everybody wants to be connected to the politics all the time.
Well, I could
We
see-
elected a fucking
meme.
well, yeah, I
He's a
mean,
meme
but
president.
I was gonna say a damn
Celebrity.
celebrity,
Yeah.
a reality
Reality
TV star as our president. Which I mean, that's nothing new. Reagan was an actor.
He's an actor.
I mean, it's nothing new. We do that all the time.
Sure.
But we show these studios that we want politics in our movies.
Yeah.
We want it. We want to
It's-
like it, and we want to hate it, and we want to do this, and we want to do
Well,
that.
and we've got so invested like into this PC thing that we're not able to get away with anything anymore.
Well, you know what our president and the Indiana Jones trilogy have in common?
What's that?
They're both huge.
Yeah, they're both huge. Both very, very huge, and they are not fake news.
What's some of your favorite scenes from one?
Probably the stone, like the temple chase from the stone.
Yeah, the famous scene.
It's just that it's so.
Well, it's what
I
you
mean, it's
think
kind
of.
of a cop out. I hate to say that.
Well, yeah,
'cause
but it's
kind
like
of a
what you when
cop-out.
you think of Indiana
But
Jones.
really,
that's
when I
what you
think of
of
Indiana Jones, that's what I think of.
Yeah.
So
The snake pit scene was
yeah,
pretty
snake
awesome.
pit scene is pretty awesome.
I kind of like the bar fight
Yeah.
when they introduced Marion Ravenwood.
Yeah.
And Jones, you know how to show a girl a good time.
yeah, that's
Yeah.
a pretty good scene.
Now that actress was awesome too. She was in Animal House.
And
She's been in a couple things.
Starman, John Carpenter.
Starman. Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
My favorite scene's probably him shooting that dude.
Which he was
Yeah.
incredibly sick for, and
Yeah,
that's where that
that's why
tape
he
comes
did it.
from.
Yeah.
There's another little-known fact about Indiana Jones. They were talking about casting him as Deckard for Blade Runner, and so Ridley Scott came down to see him shoot this film, and he had the hat on, the fedora, and he's like cursing himself because he wanted that look for Blade Runner on
Oh,
Harrison
really?
Ford,
Yeah.
and it was already taken. So
Yeah, he could have used it.
yeah,
He could have used it.
Got a favorite scene from 2?
Probably the how do you say? Is it Kami Hall? How does he say the chant?
oh, I can't remember. Oh, talking about Jones saying it.
Yeah, I think so.
I don't know.
I don't
couldn't
remember
do
how
it.
he says it, but that's probably my favorite.
Yeah.
I like
because it was.
I like where they're on the suspension bridge.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
I like a lot of
Yeah,
things
that
from
is
two.
that's probably my favorite.
That had to
really,
be mine too.
honest.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're
That-
right.
You ever smack the shit out of short
Oh,
round?
yeah.
Smack the shit out of short round. Like
Yeah.
Jesus Christ. God, backhands him.
Yeah.
No, I'd say that the suspension bridge would be mine. What about 3? Dude, 3's
I don't know
got
if
so
I can
many
do it.
good
I don't know
movies.
if I can say a definite. The tank fight was amazing.
Mhm.
Where he shoves the rock into the gun, you know,
Mm-hmm.
and then I love that, and I love the.
I love the plane scene too.
I do
Or
too.
the balloon or whatever.
Yeah,
The balloon.
the blimp.
The blimp,
Yeah.
yeah.
No ticket, and then
Yeah,
everybody
yeah,
runs
yeah,
up
and everyone's like,
starts
"Oh, the
giving him
ticket." That's
tickets.
like
that's
awesome.
hilarious.
Yeah,
That's
it's hilarious.
I actually, you know what?
He meets Hitler in that movie.
Yeah,
That's
He goes
I
face
like
to face
that
with
scene.
Hitler, and he's got the book that he's trying to get back for
Yeah.
his dad.
yeah.
Yeah.
And
And that relationship, by the way, real quick, it was awesome between
Yeah.
Connery and
Yeah,
him.
it was.
That father
It
son
was.
thing
It was.
added a whole
I-
other element to
I
this.
love now to be on. Okay, so I'm pretty sure my favorite scene from 3 has got to be it's just this short little thing. The Nazis are chasing him, and they run down there to the dock, and he ties a rope around the boat, starts it, and lets it go off.
Mm-hmm.
And then the Nazis all come down, and they all get on boats and they start chasing it. And then him and his dad come flying out of that box that has the motorcycle. That's probably my favorite scene.
That's pretty cool.
That
was
probably
pretty cool.
That was awesome. And then I mean, 3 has so many though. The
Connery.
boat scene where
With the propeller.
yeah, with the propeller.
Oh yeah, he was trying to call that guy, and that dude calls bluff.
Yeah,
he's like,
that's awesome.
My soul's ready. How about yours?
I like the pigeons.
Yeah.
That was a cool scene.
All of the first where it shows young Indiana Jones.
Yeah.
That started. I mean,
That's River Phoenix.
It is.
Yeah.
It is. That started a whole TV series.
Yeah, it did. Yeah. Well, this whole thing, this has been so huge.
And I do love that.
The amount of video games and comics and stuff that's come out of this has been unreal.
Everything.
It's just like Star Wars. It's just adventure Star Wars.
It's almost like anything Harrison Ford touches is gold.
Yeah.
And I can't really say that
Dude,
because I've seen
been
quite a few that I didn't like.
I mean, the man's been Jack Ryan. The man's been Han Solo and it's Indiana Jones. Like, that's insane.
Yeah.
Talking about River Phoenix playing young Indiana Jones, they did a movie together called The Mosquito Coast that wasn't very good.
Really? I didn't watch that.
It's all right, but I guess it's worth a watch if you got nothing better to do. But that's how he got cast for that, is they were looking for someone who looked like him.
Kind of like him.
Harrison's like, yeah, he looks just like me. And so,
Speaking of guys, what do you think about the dude they chose to play young Han Solo?
I haven't seen him yet.
You seen him, haven't you?
Yeah.
I remember his name.
I think his face is too fat.
Yeah.
I might be the only person in the world who's not all that excited about the new Star Wars.
Really?
Oh, dude, I can't wait.
I'm pretty excited.
I
mean, I'm not like
just a few more days.
I'm not like blowing up and going woo.
Yeah,
but
just a few
I mean,
more days.
I'm
pretty.
I'm gonna go see it, but The Force Awakens wasn't.
Yeah, I'm not really. I'll go watch it.
I love The Force Awakens.
Dude, I love The Force Awakens. I think it got shit on way too much.
Well, you know what I think. Okay, there's a lot of people that I've heard hate it because it's so much like
New Hope.
Wrong.
I don't.
It is a lot.
It's a lot like it, and that's what I wanted. See, that's the thing that I don't get is everybody shits on it because it's like. Well, they shit on it now. When it first came out, everybody's like, "Oh my god!"
I watched it 3 times in the first week. Like, it was amazing.
Yeah,
I just think it's a flat movie with one big scene at the end.
Yeah.
Oh, I think there was way better. But coming from a bigger fan, I'm probably a bigger fan of Star Wars. You think? Are you?
I'm a pretty big Star Wars fan.
Are you? Okay, so I don't know. I absolutely love a lot of scenes, especially with Kylo.
But
I think Kylo. A lot of people have.
Kylo's awesome.
I think that a lot of people had a problem with Kylo, but like I love Kylo Ren.
Yeah, he wasn't a problem for me.
Well, and people hated that he was an angsty teen.
Yeah,
that's what he was supposed to be.
Yeah. He's not fully trained, people.
Exactly.
He's got anger problems.
Yeah,
he's a fucking whiny kid.
Yeah, exactly.
You shit all over Anakin. But,
exactly.
Anakin was worse.
Oh yeah,
far worse.
Oh yeah,
this is pod racing.
Yes.
Yeah. Anakin was a bitch.
Yeah, he was straight up,
straight up bitch.
Bitch. He could have all the damn metachlorons in the whole entire galaxy, and I'd still bitch slap that motherfucker
I'll
right
bitch
across
slap
his
the shit out of him.
Force a bitch slap him.
I will force slap him right across.
I'm gonna fucking boop him on the head.
I will force boop him on top of the head.
I will force boop him on the fucking head.
No, I really enjoyed Rogue One way more.
Yeah, I'll give you that one.
There were some. Well, it was different.
Yeah.
So that was. I love both of them.
I'll give you Rogue One.
I can't wait.
I will.
I don't know how we got off on this, but.
Well, I mean, it's relatable. It's relatable.
It's relatable. Harrison Ford.
Yeah, they both. We're playing
George Lucas.
We're playing 6 Degrees of Kevin Bacon here.
That's right. That's right.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
It's pretty much what we do.
Where have you been, Andrew?
Pretty much what we do.
When the Ninja Turtles dance.
See, Mike wouldn't have said that. We're getting off subject.
Yeah.
And this is what I like about this. I like about this guy over here. See, now we're getting off on a subject. We're getting off subject. Where were we? 3, kind of.
Yeah.
2,
I
3?
don't even know if I want to talk about 4.
We have to talk about 4. We have to
Other than just you guys talk about 4, and I'll sit back here and I'll go every time you talk.
Okay. So, that's going to get really distracting.
Yeah.
Okay. So I think I have more to say about 4 than I do 1 through 3. And not in a good way, because there's so much bad. See, like, you have the best,
I'll give you that.
best fucking, like, trilogy of adventure movies ever. Even with
Hands
2,
down.
even a
Hands
week or
down.
2, right? Like,
You could even say best trilogy ever.
like, the budgets were low, the gross was high, like, they were just some of the best. They all get nominated. Like one was nominated for 9 Academy Awards, won 4 or 6 of them or something like that. It was crazy. So like I think it was 4 of them. All of them have been nominated. 4 was the only one that didn't get nominated,
and rightly so.
Rightly so. All of them. I think there's some good elements to 4.
It did get a Razzie.
Well, okay. So, I mean, if it did get a Razzie, it was probably deserved. The Nazi element was awesome. I wasn't a big fan of the cult thing, but it was still good. It was still better than Aliens.
Yeah.
Like I said, there's more. Where do we start with 4?
I'll give you a good one. I like
Aliens.
I like the motorcycle chase.
You do.
I did like that.
Motorcycle chase,
and it was practical. It wasn't CGI.
It was practical. Okay.
It was a practical.
One of the very few things about this movie that was practical, and that was another thing about their trilogy, right? They were older and they were in the 80s. Yep. All of them were practical effects. Everything was pretty much practical.
Even the melting faces.
Yeah, everything was pretty much a practical effect, right? So this movie was loaded with CGI and green screen.
Yeah.
And I
not
know,
good either.
No, not
swinging
good.
trees with monkeys.
It does not hold up well at all.
No.
The fucking swinging trees with the monkeys.
The nuclear blast where he
the
hides in the fridge.
The fridge come on. Worst thing ever, him fencing on vehicles. The fencing on vehicles.
Yeah.
I forgot about it. I've only seen this once.
And
so.
Kate Blanchett was okay as the overtop bad guy.
Yeah.
But the fencing on the Jeeps and come on.
And I was, when the trailers hit, I actually thought it was going to be awesome because I was dreading it at first because of Shia LaBeouf, and then I seen the trailers and I was like, oh, okay.
Shia didn't do too bad in it, but there was some bad stuff.
Oh, I hate him. I hate his guts.
Well, I know you do, but I didn't hate him back then as much as I do now.
I thought he was so unbelievable as Harrison Ford's son.
Well.
You could have got a person of color to play Harrison Ford's son, and I would have believed it.
I would have
believed it more.
Yeah,
he came out of the loins of Harrison Ford or of Indiana Jones and Marion Ravenwood. You got to be kidding me.
Yeah, exactly.
Fucking way.
Exactly.
No fucking way.
Come on.
I mean, it was set in the 50s. They tried to do an okay job at setting in the 50s. It was okay.
We were talking about that off screen. I kind of like that they kind of went sci-fi with it because 50s were a big sci-fi drive-in B movie.
And I didn't think about that beforehand, and that's a good point. I think you kind of going there was a very big risk. Right. I think it's interesting.
And it didn't pay off.
No, it didn't pay off in this case. But I like the sci-fi, the 50s sci-fi. I like because everyone's freaked out about aliens, right, and UFOs and stuff. So I like that. However, there's always been a spiritual overtone about these movies. Yeah. Along with the artifacts and stuff like that. But this was just too much for this movie.
Well,
the aliens and alternate dimensions and stuff. I mean, that's just. This is crazy. On top of still doing the same old fucking.
I like movies with aliens.
Yeah.
And, but you know what I really hate in movies is surprise aliens. Signs, garbage. Crystal Skull, garbage. Like any movie where at the end of the movie it turns out to be aliens. I want my motherfucking money back. I just want to scream it.
The only movie that I can make an exception is 10 Cloverfield Lane.
Well, yeah.
Now it is called Cloverfield, so you kind of have to be expecting that, right?
Yeah, you kind of.
But it was one of those movies where, it's like 3 movies in one.
Yeah.
You have
True.
It's like. Could this be aliens? Could this be a Fallout? Could this be Killer? Could this be a guy who's lying to this girl who's keeping her in this fucking shelter? There's a lot of elements to this movie, and then at the end, it is alien. But they allude to that. She actually references that, and she's just like, shit.
Yeah.
She looks at the alien. She's like, really? Come on.
I got a good.
This guy was fucking right and a crazy ass.
I think I got a pretty good argument for 10 Cloverfield Lane, and. My argument is that you could put John Goodman in Two Girls, One Cup and sell it as a mainstream movie, and it will sell like fucking gangbusters.
I would never, ever in a million years buy that.
If it's got John Goodman in it, I'm buying that.
I'll never buy that for $1.
Over the line.
Over the line.
I'll never buy that for $1.
I would. John Goodman.
I wouldn't watch that for free.
What a man! What a man!
What a mighty big man.
What a mighty, mighty good man. Okay.
What a mighty, mighty good man.
they sang a song about him.
Oh
okay?
my God.
He is one of, no matter how much, like.
I hold him up there with Kurt. He's
Really?
Yeah,
I
I
would
like him.
I would too.
See,
He's at least top 10 actor. At least top 10.
actor wise or person wise?
Oh yeah,
I don't know.
Actor.
Yeah.
I don't know much
actor-wise.
about him personally.
Yeah.
But
I've heard he was a
actor-
complete dick personally.
Oh yeah, but I don't care.
I like him
Actor-wise?
Actor-wise.
You think so?
But
Oh,
I'm a
yeah.
big Coen Brothers fan, and he's in like 60% of their
every one
movies,
of them.
so I'm going to
Yeah.
be biased.
I can give you that.
Yeah.
I'll give you that. He's pretty damn good. I like Goodman, but I don't know if I just don't know if I'd put him in my top 10. But he's up there.
Man, I don't
Maybe
think
top 20.
I don't think I've ever seen a performance of his that wasn't stellar.
Where
Yeah.
the movie might have been bad, but he was great.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
He plays a lot of the same
Red,
characters.
Red
though.
State. Red State. He was awesome.
He plays a lot of the same character though.
He does a lot of the
I
time.
think 10 Cloverfield Lane, his character in that was actually kind of a touch different than some of the other. It was a little bit more
maybe a little
extreme,
bit.
and I actually really like that about them.
Yeah. Well, I mean, he's played a federal he's played a federal agent quite a few times.
I've heard he
He's
was a
played cop quite a
major
few
dick,
times.
but like he's a likable dude. Like in Roseanne, he was likable as shit.
Yeah.
and I'm not even a Roseanne fan.
Yeah.
I can't
Well,
stand Roseanne.
I can't either. He was the saving grace for that.
yeah,
TV show.
he
was.
made me able to at least sit through Roseanne.
Yeah,
if
exactly.
it was ever on.
Exactly.
That's crazy.
Well, he looks normal.
Well, he
He
is.
looks
That's
looks like a normal guy.
Well, that was the appeal to Roseanne. Period. Anyway, like
Yeah.
this is a kind of white trash fucking
Yeah.
regular fucking family.
Yeah.
Not everybody's pretty.
Yeah,
Everyone's
wrote by-
overweight.
Wrote by a super elitist fucking Hollywood lady that, you know.
Well, yeah, interesting.
Yeah, interestingly enough, she's never been in the real world ever,
Yeah, but it worked.
but apparently she had enough people helping her out writing, I guess.
Okay, I'm gonna ask this question.
I don't want to know.
I mean, you're gonna have to answer because this is how it works. Was there anything? Knock this shit down. Was there anything? I don't even want to ask you now. Was there anything?
Don't point and laugh at Brandon.
Was there anything that you liked about Kingdom of the Crystal Skull?
The motorcycle chase. That's the
any
only
other
thing.
saving grace? That was the only saving
Yeah.
grace for you.
I thought Harrison looked good.
Harrison looked good.
I thought he did. I thought he looked really good.
What do you mean?
Just
though?
I
just
I thought
all around.
I was
because I thought it was kind of sad. Like it just didn't seem like Indiana Jones.
Isn't there a scene where he like picks up the hat and puts it on, and it's kind of
Well, he's like the shadow or whatever.
Yeah.
And that was really
Yeah,
cool.
that
I
was
liked
neat.
There was a couple visual like scenery wise that was pretty good. even if
I
it was
did. I liked the statue,
CGI.
the Marcus statue out in the.
Marcus
Yeah.
Brody.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that was really cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was another character we should have touched on.
Yeah, I mean, he
I don't-
made.
I did still have fun watching this movie when I first watched it because I watched it when it came out in theater in the drive-in.
I'll tell you what, I did.
This
I
scene's
did
on my
I did kind of enjoy it until the end,
Yeah.
and then I just
Right.
nope.
Right. Like the first half was good.
I could forgive LaBeouf. I could forgive some of the shitty, stupid scenes.
Swinging
but
with monkeys.
I can't forgive the ending. I just can't. I can't do it.
Yeah, I'll give you that.
I kind of like
because I hate surprise aliens.
I like the scene at the beginning where he gets away from the bad guys and he comes into that little fallout town.
Yeah.
and all up until the fridge scene.
Yeah.
Which really is
It's
kind
a
of
neat scene.
It was kind of cool, but yeah.
Oh, it's
you know.
ridiculous, but it was fun.
Yeah, it's a neat scene.
Yeah, it's fun. It's just ridiculous.
Yeah. But I don't know. I just don't like. I don't like surprise aliens. I mean, that's really
Unless they're coming out somebody's chest.
that. Well, I mean, but it was a movie called Alien,
Right.
Yeah, right.
so it wasn't surprise. You know
Right.
what I mean?
Right.
Plus, I'd already watched like, I don't remember what my first one was, but anyway, I knew that was gonna happen.
Right.
So I mean, it wasn't really a surprise. Where this one, I was old enough to be going to the theater to watch this movie as it came out, and then I sit through it, even though I don't really like it all that well. I sit through the whole entire thing, and then we ran out of ideas, so it's surprise alien.
Yeah. Sorry, we're gonna do something.
It's like you're having sex and somebody dumps cold water on you.
Exactly.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
Yeah. This is just.
That,
killing
I mean, that helps me. You know what I'm saying?
I lost my mojo. Yeah,
That makes me
lost
do
my
the
mojo.
Ninja Turtles
yeah,
dance.
yeah,
He keeps a guy in his bedroom in
Yeah.
the corner with an ice bucket
yeah.
of water
At all times.
Yeah, just ready to just
Yeah.
dump it. Yeah.
Yeah. But
What's that pay?
well,
You got to wear the madness glasses too.
yeah,
Yes.
yeah.
That's the rules. That's the rules.
Thinking, brother.
Yeah. Oh, brother, you can't do that.
Pays pretty good, I guess. No, but I don't know. It just
The cream of the crop is rising
Yeah,
to the
yeah.
top. Rise to the top. Oh no! Oh yeah.
Anyway,
Yeah, enough of that stupidness.
yeah, I can't get behind 4.
Can you get behind 5 because it's happening?
I hope it does, and I hope they fix a lot of. I read that they already told Shia LaBeouf he was not involved.
Yes.
Before, like, they didn't even give him a chance to like call him and talk to him.
Yeah.
When they decided they were going to make 5,
Yeah.
They called him and said,
You're not going
to be in this.
Yeah.
So don't even
You're
bother.
kicked out of the club.
I already like it.
Yeah. He's already.
You got me already on board.
Dude, I think this
until the end, and there's fucking surprise.
He got Edward Furlong.
Yeah,
You're not in this movie.
Yeah.
We're kind of in a really cool time right now. Honestly, there's certain things that we don't like, but and there's certain things that are just getting ready to happen that we need to do a video on actually with the DC universe that's just come up. But mostly we're in a time where no matter what they throw out, it's good. I mean, you know what I mean? Like,
yeah, for the most
like they
part,
don't
for the
like
most
when
part.
they're that's the thing. Like when they reboot shit now, like when they rebooted shit 10 years ago, it was mostly bad, right?
Yep.
But now when they're coming back out with these characters again, like Crystal Skull was a victim of that.
Yep.
Now I think this one is going to do it right. I think this one's going to be like Force Awakens, and that's maybe arguable, but I think like Star Wars coming back is awesome, and it's going to be awesome going forward.
You know what I think Crystal Skull's biggest problem is that the original guys that made Indiana Jones had a hand in it.
Yeah.
I think they need those guys need to retire and move on. And
you need
don't
like
make
those guys who watched them growing up and it was inspired by them to get in the business, and then
like people like us. And I'm not saying us in general. I'm not saying we should make the movie because none of us have a clue how to get any of this shit done.
I know what you mean though. Like people like-minded.
Exactly. People like us that grew up watching all these movies that these iconic men made.
Mm-hmm.
They need to take the reins and make the reboots or the spin-offs or whatever you want to call them, and let these old guys retire because they are making garbage.
They are.
Look at the Star Wars prequels.
Yeah. It's almost like Spielberg goes, well, I made Close Encounters and I made Indiana Jones. Let's throw them both at the wall.
Yeah, that's exactly why I don't want George Lucas involved in Star Wars, like on a major level, because
I don't think that's going to be a problem.
No, that's what I'm saying. I don't want it because it's done past.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Look what he did with the prequels. And by the way, speaking of old people doing old shit, right, or rebooting new shit or doing new shit, the new Star Trek movie. Tarantino? No. I can't. That's insane.
No.
That's fucking insane.
You're gonna have a spaceship. You're gonna have a spaceship Enterprise running around with people. Every word's gonna be fucker.
Yep.
Or fuck or whatever.
Yep. Blood like you would believe.
Yeah, blood. There's gonna be blood everywhere.
Some kind of racial overtone.
And everybody's gonna be talking like this, and they're all gonna be talking so fast, and nobody's gonna be able to understand what they're saying. And they're never gonna stop. They're never gonna stop.
John Travolta's gonna be in this. I guarantee it. He's gonna be a long-haired, like weird guy with a bad wig.
I hope so.
I hope
they bring back the.
Kurt Russell.
I hope they bring back his makeup from after, or what was that?
Battlefield Earth.
Battlefield Earth.
Yeah.
I hope they bring back
the ring
that
in his
makeup.
nose
Yeah.
and stuff.
Yeah. I'll give him $1 for that.
You need to see how many times that's been rented out of your store, or do you have it?
Battlefield Earth?
Yeah.
Probably
have to
not
look
anymore.
and see. I might not have
See how many masochists are out there.
I'll have to look and see. I don't know if I do. I
broke in one night and threw it away.
Just fucking break in and burn my store down.
It's like, who hates themselves?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hopefully nobody listens to this.
I would think they have better class than that.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, this is the Macho Movie Madness podcast. We don't have we are class.
Right.
We are the cream of the crop.
Yeah, we are the cream of the crop.
If you're not,
we're going to rise to the top.
Exactly. If you're not the cream of the crop, if you're not savage, then you don't belong here anyway.
Yeah.
Just saying. I know our viewers.
I mean,
better.
we are
the little ones we got.
Too hot to handle, too cold to hold.
That's right. What do you want to see out of 5? The most. Like, I just want him to be. I don't know. Like, I want him to be Indiana Jones, man. I want him to feel more like Indiana Jones than the last one did, even though he's 10 years older than the last one.
Yeah, I agree.
I don't know how that's going to happen, but
I know we're going to get it, but I don't want to see it. Like, I wish they wouldn't. That's
a fair answer.
It is a fair answer.
The only reboot they've done recently.
Because you're afraid.
Yeah.
I think it's going to be great.
The only reboot they've done recently that I thought was worthwhile was Mad Max.
Yeah.
I really enjoyed it.
Yeah. I think that's a little overrated.
And
That's
it
my
might
personal
be-
opinion.
I think it's an amazing movie.
See, I know. I think it's a good movie. I think it's a good
I think
movie.
it's amazing.
I think it's a good movie.
amazing. Just the cinematography from it is
Well, the soundtrack and the cinematography is pretty good.
cinematography from Mad Max is unlike anything I've ever seen.
Yeah, to make
in
a
my
desert
life.
look interesting for an entire movie.
I've never seen something that beautiful on screen that wasn't a foreign-made piece of crap.
Mm-hmm. Well, I want to see what I want to see out of this one is I want to see more with like the Russians because of the time era.
Too.
So I want a Cold War Russian kind of thing.
Yeah.
And
and they've got a lot of there's a lot of really old like spiritual artifacts in Russia that nobody really talks about. All these movies they always stick to like South America and Africa and all these hot
see, I think
places.
that's what we should. I think that's what you should do.
I think so too.
And I think we should stick with that. I think we should stick to the Russian thing. And I don't want anybody. There should be a supporting actor or two, but I don't want somebody who's going to
Hollywood it guy or girl.
Yeah, and I don't want it to be like he's going to be the next Indiana. He's going to be taking the helm.
I hate that.
I don't want that. I just want it to end. Even if he doesn't, even if he lives, and I want him to live. No, I don't want it.
Yeah,
I want him to live through it, and I want him to be done, and it's a good send off. Ride in the sunset again. That be it. But I think it'll be good. I think it's hard.
Oh, I think it's
hard. It's hard to make a bad movie nowadays with so many fans in the business.
Yeah. Yeah,
you know what I mean? That's just what I believe. I'm not saying that where they're incapable of having shit movies. I'm just saying that I think that movies like this that are so big,
real big,
like this is Disney, and they're not fucking up right now because they're not doing amazing. Don't get me wrong, but they're not fucking up to the point because they've got so many people working for them and they got so much money.
Well, I think that Crystal Skull was panned so hard by critics. Mm-hmm. That I think they're not going to mess up 5.
Exactly.
Take a left turn.
They're not. Well, just look at everything else that they're doing right now. They're not going to do anything wrong, no matter what, anyway. Because even if it's semi bad,
Disney won't allow it.
No. Even if it's semi bad, look at Thor. Like we're going to have it. They're going to pack it full of comedy, probably. Mm-hmm. And
even if it doesn't turn out great,
it's going to be comedy and stunt work.
They're still going to make it entertaining.
Yeah, it's going to be entertaining. It's going to have a lot of stunt work. Hopefully, some practical effects instead of all CGI.
Hopefully.
And maybe they'll combine it a little bit better, and maybe split it a little bit more. And I think it's going to be good. I don't think there's not going to be anything bad about it. I mean, there'll be a couple things bad, but I really don't think. I think it's going to be a huge success.
I hope you're right.
I hope you're right.
I think you. I kind of think you are. I really do think.
I just don't.
I really do think they're not going to
with Star Wars and everything, man. They're not. They are handling every license they have right now so well. Even if it's even from a fanboy perspective or a source material guy, like it's not accurate.
I'm really
Marvel-wise.
concerned about Disney owning all these.
Did you see they just locked down?
Yes.
Fox.
Yeah, I did.
That's huge, dude.
It really,
you know how huge that is?
Really
X-Men and fuck. Are you scared?
Yeah, I'm scared.
Why?
Because they. All right, when
have
Disney
the Avengers and X-Men and similar.
That's going to be really cool. A lot of cool stuff will happen. But you got to think Disney owns Star Wars. Now they're going to have the movie rights to all Marvel. Mm-hmm. Well, except for Spider-Man.
Well, they've got a deal worth that though too.
A monopoly is never a good thing.
No, never
in any society.
No, never.
No, it's not.
They have all of Marvel, all of Star Wars, Indiana Jones.
But you know what? I agree with you, and I don't condone the monopoly at all. But there's literally nobody else with the resources and the money.
Oh no, yeah, you're right.
Because Fox, they have enough to do something. And they're not doing it.
And they're not doing it. Yeah, you're right.
That's their fucking problem. Just like Warner Brothers, it's their fucking fault.
Yeah,
it's a lot of their fucking fault that they're not utilizing.
Too many
DC
out of touch
contract.
old guys in a boardroom making decisions.
That's right. They're trying to appease to a bunch of fucking a certain group of people.
You got an extreme on both sides here.
You do.
Most of these studios, you have really old white guys. Most of them Jewish. And most of them have no clue what the real world is. Most of them have lived with a silver spoon in their mouth their whole entire life. Mm-hmm. And then you have Disney, and Disney is kind of the same way, except for the fact that every single person they hire has to be super PC, bro.
Yeah.
Super PC, bro. Like they're all social justice warriors. Disney, I seen this picture, okay, of all these people that work at Disney. It's like a boardroom picture that everybody's all, hanging off
So it
each
looked
other
like
and
fucking
smiling
Google.
shit. You got all
looks like a
you
Google
got,
hangout.
You got 90% women, and they all have like the side of their head shaved, and they all got nose rings, and they're all like transgender feminazi, and it's like, oh my god!
So what you're saying?
No wonder all your friggin' movies are so social justice warrior.
If Disney got the rights to Gran Torino, we won't see a sequel.
Oh, never, never. You will trust me. You will never see a sequel to Gran Torino.
Well, anything that should be lighter or darker, I mean, should not be made. I will say I don't think they're going to fuck up Deadpool. I think they could. I think they could.
I think they could too.
But I don't think they will.
It really scares the shit out of me for Deadpool.
Well, that's the only one I'm actually worried about is Deadpool. But for some reason, I'm not worried yet. I'm not worried yet. Like, I'm saying if there's going to be anything fucked up with Deadpool or with something, it'd be Deadpool. I don't know. It's such a big thing that I just don't know. I think
Disney makes all these.
I think they
make all these movies conform.
Sure, they do. So I think there's a higher chance that we might see a Deadpool slip back into a PG-13 rating.
Oh my god!
That would kill.
That would be devastating.
That would be devastating. But I don't think they're going to run the risk of pissing more people off. Did you look at this Star Wars Battlefront 2 fiasco?
Yeah, I know.
Like, well, people will
that
freak.
all fell back on EA. I mean, that wasn't.
Yeah, Disney's pissed about that though.
Disney's pissed about it, but in reality, that Disney's like, well, they ain't blaming us, so.
No, they're gonna make them do something.
Oh yeah, they're gonna make them do something. But I mean, that ain't.
And that's
nothing.
what I'm saying. Well,
that ain't
nothing
to them. Look how much money they have.
Well,
look how much property they own. Like the intellectual property.
Yeah, but that's going to hurt them. They're still business, right?
Yeah.
If enough people bitch about it going and falling back, they will change it back.
Yeah.
Like, I'm not worried too much about it yet.
But if enough of the right people don't bitch about it.
Oh, dude, Deadpool's is a whole nother crowd. Deadpool's not. It's got.
I don't know. I seen a lot of women. There was a lot of moms that wrote the studio complaining about how nasty it was.
Well, a lot of moms should have fucking known better.
They should have known better, but they didn't. And you know what?
Well, they need
Disney
to mine the
feeds off those people.
They need to mine the R rating.
Disney feeds those people.
I know Disney feeds those people, but Disney...
That's their main...
But if Disney...
That is their main...
I tell you what, man, if Disney's going to have a fucking monopoly, then they need to start learning how to make R-rated movies.
I agree, but it hasn't happened yet.
But it will.
It hasn't
I guarantee goddamn it to you, it will.
They're going to have to try, and I hope
they're
they
gonna
don't...
Have,
I hope they don't
they're going to
screw it
have
up.
to. They're going to have to. If they're going to start launching this streaming service... And they're going to start launching this other shit and start taking over licensing rights to things.
Yeah, they're
going to have
they're fighting Netflix now.
Yeah,
they're fighting Netflix.
You know,
what the hell is that going to do to me?
There comes a time when something gets so big, the bottom just falls out.
I don't know. It could fuck everything up.
I think it already will. I think the R rating thing is going to be a big problem. Yeah. I think it's going to hurt Disney so bad because they don't want R rated movies. They don't.
Well,
want
that's not their.
They
main
don't want
thing.
it at all. They don't want it at all.
And my personal bias aside, how many superhero movies can you release in a year and keep the public's interest?
Well, apparently Disney can release about fucking 12 of them a year because we got. Right off the top of my head, I can think of 8 of them next year.
Wow. Black Panther, Avengers. And I can't think of that many. How many you got?
I'm just saying,
X-Men.
I think in time the bottom fall out of that.
Yeah, X-Men. It's not Disney, but it is Marvel.
Well, Marvel. That's what I'm.
And Marvel's owned by Disney now. So.
That's what I'm saying. I don't know, man. I'm thinking.
Are we still recording? Or? I thought we were just bullshitting here.
Yeah, we're still recording. I didn't say, hey, we're gonna wrap it up.
What do you mean recording? This is live.
Oh yeah, we're live.
Yeah.
Oh well, in that case, let me say something really racist. Yeah. I wouldn't never.
There ain't no way people wouldn't know that.
No.
Like, no way.
I don't know. I see a big problem with Disney and the R-rated.
We haven't gone live yet, people.
They won't do it.
We've gone live. We're live now.
Got a live mic, brother.
Yeah, we got a live mic.
Yeah.
No, they're not. they're not. I think you're both right in the sense that we're going to have a problem.
Oh yeah.
But I think it's not going to remain a problem because they wouldn't be smart if they're going to keep the money and keep these licenses. They're going to have to fucking do it.
I don't know.
You have to. You can't get rid of R-rated movies at this point. You can't.
People will go to them.
The box office will hurt if it's R-rated for certain movies, but they will not hurt certain types of movies. And there's a stigma we're creating. Well, that's the problem too. Is we've created this thing for so long. That's why Logan did, I think, okay, but that's why Logan was so rough with people because they didn't.
Logan did amazing in the box office.
Yeah, they did. Well, people didn't recognize. Some people were a little bit oblivious to what Logan was going to be like. They didn't realize the content.
I'd been waiting to see that for years because one thing that I hated about the X-Men movies is here he is, attacking people with claws and no blood.
Yeah, exactly.
I loved it.
Yeah. You need blood. And there is blood and language all over the comic books. He is a dark character. Him and Deadpool are by far dark characters. They need to have R ratings. Need to. So that would have to be their only exceptions. They really would be. If you're going to do a solo Wolverine, you're going to have an R-rated movie. If you have a solo Deadpool, you have to. You have to. I think if you have Deadpool at all, you have to.
I agree. It has to happen.
You have to.
And it doesn't have to happen. Like they could have Deadpool come into Guardians of the Galaxy or Avengers and not be R-rated.
They could push the boundary and still get an R, get a PG-13. But if they do a solo Deadpool, it has to be R.
I don't know. I think that would go over like your favorite metal band becoming Nickelback.
Yeah,
I mean, seriously,
you're probably right.
That's what I'm saying. Like there are niche fans that are just loud, and like we're catering to a lot of minorities now, right? Like there's enough of a crowd for Wolverine and especially enough of a crowd for Deadpool, especially now that the first one did so well,
right,
that you will have the craziest amount of backlash if you try to do any. Look at the backlash that Deadpool had when it first come out, or right before it come out, when they're like, well, we're considering maybe dropping it to PG-13, and everyone's fuck you.
Yeah,
and they're like, no, we're not going to do that. We're not. And Ryan Reynolds is like, no, it's going to be R.
Yeah.
Like, you're not going to make it. You have to have an R-rated movie. That will be their only exception, and they'll probably just warn people, listen, this is not for kids.
Yeah.
You have to. People need to fucking know by now. And people should know by now.
They should know, but they don't.
Well, that's their fucking fault.
People are dummies.
That's their fucking fault.
It is, but it doesn't matter.
It's time.
Disney is going to cater to them, no matter how much we hate that they don't understand.
They're going to pay for it.
They're going to cater to them.
They're going to pay for it.
Not that much.
Oh well, they're going to pay for
it. They'll pay for it, but you know what? If they made it PG-13, I'll still watch it. You'll still watch it. Everybody's still going to watch it. They're still going to make their money.
Yeah.
If there's the backlash,
problem.
If there's the backlash, though, they won't get a third film.
Yeah, they might not get a third film.
No, there's no. It'll hurt. It'll still hurt it enough.
It'll hurt it in the long run.
But I don't want that. That's why it worries me.
You're right.
I don't want them to muck it up and then
have to learn,
and then them quit making that movie because I like that movie.
Well,
you know what I mean?
Then we need to start fucking actually doing what we say we're going to do and speaking with our fucking wallet.
I agree.
Straight up. People all over need to start doing that shit.
Yeah.
They need to stop going to the movies right after they bitch on Facebook.
Marvel's only got 4, so I was throwing in all the other ones, all the other superhero movies with them. But still, we got 8 superhero movies.
Dude, we still got
even though only half of them are Disney made. Still.
Dude,
that's a lot of goddamn superhero movies.
Deadpool, X-Men, Infinity War, Black Panther,
Ant-Man and Wasp.
Yeah, that's
a lot of
five movies at least.
That's a lot of movies.
And guess what DC's doing? Aquaman. That's
just
it.
one.
November. I thought it was at the first of the year.
It was supposed to be.
Yeah. No fucking November.
Yeah.
No, you can't.
No.
You're not. What are you doing?
Yeah.
You have, Aquaman needs to be first of the year. Flash needs to be end of the year or second. Then you need to get fucking Batman and Wonder Woman out. Then you need to get Justice League out.
I think Wonder Woman will come before.
They're trying to catch that pre-Star Wars crowd probably because there'll be a Star Wars movie too.
Yeah, that's
of some time.
Han Solo film or something. I think. Yeah, dude, DC's fucking up.
Warner Brothers
is fucking up.
Yep.
We'll have to do a video on that because there's a lot to talk about actually. But we have gone on long enough about that. Anybody got any closing arguments before we leave? About our original topic or any other topic we've talked about?
Well,
if you haven't seen the Indiana Jones films, crawl out from under the rock you're from, and do yourself a favor and watch them.
yeah.
Especially the first three.
I totally discredit the fourth
Watch
one.
all of them. Watch all of them if you can, but definitely the first three.
Yeah.
It's 1 and 3 or
Especially
1 and 3 is
3.
1 and 3 are amazing. 1 and 3 are amazing for real.
Yeah.
2 is pretty good.
2's fun.
4 is okay, but
I would
like it.
I would say 2 is amazing. I'd say all 3 of the first.
Yeah,
I would
solid...
I would go as far and say there's probably not a more solid trilogy of movies.
Really? I mean, I'd say 10 out of 10.
Even against Star Wars.
I think 10 out of 10, 8 out of 10.
Fucking fight me.
9 out of 10.
I would say 9 out of 10.
I'd say 8, yeah, 10 10, 8 10, 9 10. 4 10. 4 out of 10 for Kingdom of the Crystal Skull.
0.04 out of 10.
0.04 out of 10.
0.
Dude, are you sure about the Star Wars thing though, for real?
Oh yeah.
What did you just say?
Yeah.
What have you done? What have you just said?
I don't give a shit, man.
Dude, Empire though. Come on.
Doesn't matter.
Dude, Return of the Jedi was fucking good too.
Doesn't matter.
People get shit on the Ewoks all they want, but fucking Jedi was good.
I agree there. I agree with it. But I can sit down with any person in the fucking world and watch the first 3 Indiana Jones, and every single person will enjoy themselves. You can't say the same for Star Wars, because my dad hates them. Anything to do with space, ain't gonna happen.
I can give you that.
You can. I mean that's. I think that's a valid point.
Because
I don't think there's any person in the world that hates Indiana Jones.
A lot of women, they hear Star. No, not Indiana Jones. Star Wars. They hear Star Trek, Star Wars. They tune out.
You scared me. I agree with you there. I thought you were saying a lot of women don't like Indiana Jones.
Yeah. Harrison Ford's too good looking a guy.
Exactly.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
Exactly. They don't even know that he's in Star
Wars.
Yeah,
not all women will like Star Wars at all.
No,
it's not.
No, it is a geek.
It's a guy
series.
geek
It is
thing.
a geek.
I do know
Indiana
one.
Jones.
I actually do know one girl who just actually watched them all the Star Wars for the first time. Absolutely loved them.
For the
first time ever, and absolutely loved them.
Crawled out from that rock.
What is she? 3 or
no? She's our age. God, she's our age. She's it's the first time she's ever watched.
I guarantee you, my wife has not watched a whole entire Star Wars movie. I guarantee.
Dude, I was actually, because she come in and rented them, I was actually just as excited for her as she was, because like I'm introducing one of the coolest series of all times to somebody who she's kind of a geek herself too. So, but it was awesome. And the only thing I'll have to give her shit on, and she might listen to this, I don't know, but the only thing I'll have to give her shit on is she likes Jar Jar. She loves Jar Jar. She loves Jar Jar.
Me's a disappointed.
Yeah, me's a disappointed.
Jar Jar needs to be Snoke, by the way.
Yeah.
I agree.
That's the theory.
He needs to be Snoke.
I agree. That would be fucking awesome.
It's definitely not going to be
I don't care.
at all. But...
Dude, there's so many people that it would make mad, but it'd make me happy.
Oh, it'd be awesome.
I think it'd be awesome. Like, have you watched the videos on people analyzing Jar Jar as a Sith?
Yeah.
It goes deep, man. These guys are deep.
Yeah.
Like, they're like, see his movement here, and then they compare it to Darth Maul's scene, and they're like, it's the exact same movement.
See the way he spins.
But you can get lost in those. Like I did that for Metal Gear 5, dude. Metal Gear Solid 5. We both did. We watched a lot of fan theories and a lot of stuff. Like almost up
none
to
of them were true.
Yeah, up to a year
Not
before.
one of them.
That was the one fucking case. The one fucking time where it was so like, it wasn't even like predictable. It was a cop out.
Yeah.
Bad.
Yeah.
It wasn't even finished. And then you find out later that, well, there's actually problems. Kojima left and it was, it's not his real work. Like it's not his finished work. He wasn't done. And there's a lot more to it, but yeah, anyway, we got lost in that shit because there's a lot of badass theories where you're like, man, you almost set yourself up for disappointment.
I really did get lost in the Jar Jar theory, though.
Yeah.
Because I started watching this one video, and this guy's like, hey, man, watch this. It showed, like, this right here shows that Jar Jar Binks was a Sith Lord. And I'm like, what? This is so goofy, blah, blah, blah. Then by the end of the video, I'm like, oh, my God, Jar Jar Binks is a fucking Sith Lord. I got to let everybody know this.
Yeah.
This is the biggest.
Dude, you're gonna ruin it. You're gonna ruin yourself again, just like I did with Metal Gear. You're gonna fuck yourself over, and you're gonna hate it.
You're just.
We did that shit with fucking Batman too, Batman Arkham Knight, which they kind of gave it away because of the pre-order. But yeah, you were like, man, it can't be Jason Todd, or I'm gonna be fucking mad.
Yeah, exactly. And guess
I wasn't
what?
mad. I loved it.
Guess what? I was mad.
I wasn't.
That doesn't make any fucking sense.
I was.
At
Oh no,
all.
it made sense. It made sense to me.
How?
It made sense to me.
You know what else we got lost in? This podcast. Good thing Indiana Jones is out there to find us.
Yeah. Hopefully.
Good thing Andrew's here to tell us when to shut up.
Yeah.
This fucking podcast is over.
Subtly.
Yeah, this fucking podcast. Yeah. Thanks, Andrew.
Yeah, I gotta go home.
We're glad you're back. No, we are. All right, we'll wrap it up. Yeah, we appreciate you guys listening, and we'll see you next time.
See you.
Bye.